Hey guys. Um, it is, what is today? Thursday. Yes, today's Thursday. Oh my gosh. I've got my days all backwards. Well, I guess technically it's after midnight, so technically it's Friday. Oh, I am super anxious. Tomorrow, my youngest boy, I gotta take him to the surgery center, and he's got to go under anesthesia and get some, he's got to have an extraction done, and then some other work, basically because he's got such bad like PTSD from being in the hospital so much when he was younger. I mean, he freaks out. Like, he won't even let them, like, look in his teeth. He can barely handle that before, like, he starts freaking out with every little touch and scrape. And, so they're gonna do the extraction, and then put, like, the spacer in, because it's one of his baby tooth. And, they're going to do that, put the spacer in, and then he's got 2 teeth that need crowns. They're going to do, and then they're going to do a full cleaning, a really good cleaning. Truthfully, I was honestly super shocked that his teeth weren't way worse than that. And I know that probably makes me sound like a horrible mom, but I've tried to get them back on dental coverage for so long, and being denied because we have too many assets. But of course, I was finally able to get us back on it, get the kids back on Medicaid and dental coverage this past for August 1st. So I got him into the dentist as soon as we had coverage, and he wouldn't let them do anything. So it's taken a minute to wait, because we had to wait for the insurance approval for the general anesthesia and everything, and a regular dental anesthetist. I think that's how you say it. I'm so horrible with that word. I can say anesthesia. It's when it comes to the anesthetist part, I cannot say that well. But the dental anesthetist, they can't do it because of his medical problems. So they have to have an actual doctor of anesthesia, so an anesthesiologist that you would see in the hospital. It has to be somebody a little bit more specialized in anesthesia. So that they had to wait for all of that to go through. But he had to do antibiotics, of course, because it was infected. But going that long without the dental coverage, and that boy used to not let, he used to not let a toothbrush in his mouth. It's always been a battle for tooth care for him. So honestly, I was like, wow. Like, and even the doctor said, like, considering his history and everything, it wasn't that bad. And what's crazy is the one tooth on him that he has to get extracted is the same tooth on Ava and the same tooth on Zach. And the dentist said, because Ava and Zach, they both had to have work done on that tooth also. Then he said that's a very common spot that I guess food gets stuck in that certain tooth. So that kind of made me feel less of a bad mom, even though I already feel like horrible, because like trying to fight with your kids to get them to brush their teeth and brush their teeth, and them not brushing, the only thing it does is hurt them. So, I mean, I know it'll be okay. It's just, man, anytime your kids have to go under general anesthesia, it's just like, I mean, anything can happen at any time. It's just, of course, it always just makes me a little more paranoid and a little more worried. We had the cutest little, just the coolest little conversation today. So part of what we're doing for geography is we're going through the states together as a family. We're starting in alphabetical order. I may, instead of doing an alphabetical order, I may mix it up and we just kind of go randomly through the book and maybe let them pick their own state or whatever. I may break it up that way so it's not like monotonous, but we're going to go through a state every day, and we're going to learn about it. And I was teaching them about like mapping and the compass roses and how to read the map keys and the guides on the maps. And it was just really cool because they also got to, like, we basically had a whole round table discussion about like compasses and maps and just like all kinds of things. It would go off a little into left field a few times and I had to steer them kind of back. But I think this is the first time that they actually got to see kind of how their own brains work with each other, and bounce ideas off of each other. And I don't know, it was really cool. We had a lot of fun with it. It was fun. So we learned about Alabama today. I don't know. I'm trying to get a little better at the whole mom teacher thing. It's definitely a process. But Jared goes and does his permit test tomorrow, so he can start the CDO school hopefully Monday. Fingers crossed, please. Everybody, fingers crossed. Say a prayer. Say a prayer, please. He's one of the ones, kind of like I do to myself, where like I know the answer, but then like I'll double second guess myself. And yeah, he does the same thing to himself. And I know he's got it. He'll handle it. He'll handle business. I know he will. I mean, he already knows this stuff. He's been doing it for months. But, just get in that brain and just makes you second guess yourself. Other than that, yeah, we got to get up early. I got to drive an hour out of an hour to Ground Prairie, and that's where the surgery center is. And we're supposed to go, they said to be there at 10, but she said depending on like how the schedule's going, how like if it's taking longer for somebody that's in front of us or whatever, we could be there from anywhere between 3 to 5 hours. And I'm like, oh God. So I hope it doesn't take that long, because Grayson is my kiddo that likes to wake up bright and early and eat. He wants to have his breakfast and he's wide awake, and he is my born boy. So him not being able to eat after, midnight, 9 p.m. and no drinking after midnight is what they said. And yeah, if we have to like wait a long time, that boy is gonna be grouchy. So yeah, say a little prayer for Grayson if you don't mind. And maybe I'll get on tomorrow live and chit chat or something while I'm waiting around. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, say a prayer, and I'll say a prayer for our world. Love you guys. Bye.